Headline news most affecting Abbotsford this week. Shots fired in Silverdale. The Abbotsford Flea Market closes its doors after almost 5 decades. A big bust with illegal smokes. And Trinity Western University, their sports program back in the national spotlight. And we'll have that coming up in a few minutes' time. All right, Abbotsford, here we go. Last Saturday morning, residents in the 8900 block of Hayward Place in the Silverdale area of Mission called police after hearing gunshots. This happened around 6 o'clock in the morning. Mission Mounties arrived to find a number of shell casings on the road, but no immediate indication that anybody or anything were struck by bullets. So this investigation now continues. Flea markets used to be a Sunday tradition. Head for a location, find those treasures that, well, somebody else may call trash or just not loved anymore. And COVID punched the steam out of many of these markets, along with services like, say, Facebook Marketplace. Well, of course, the Chilliwack Market at the Princess Armories faded into memory last year. Now the Abbotsford Flea Market, a staple of the exhibition grounds for the past 47 years, has now closed forever. Vendors have basically disappeared over the past year or two. Organizers were also facing rising costs. Illegal tobacco sales are a real problem, and a recent enforcement action conducted by the RCMP Federal Policing Program has resulted in the seizure of 45 pallets of illicit tobacco, estimated street value about $12 million, and in addition to the estimated 67,000 cartons of smokes, about 70 pounds of silver, and $100,000 of cash were seized in a number of different locations across Mission and Maple Ridge. Last week, the 4 chambers of commerce, representing thousands of private sector members from across the Fraser Valley, have united in what's called the Fraser Valley Business Coalition. Now, this emerges as they're calling it, a unified voice addressing critical issues facing the business community across the Fraser Valley. The collective strength and expertise of these 4 influential business organizations will drive a nonpartisan mission of elevating economic issues and impacting the region of its businesses. The official launch then is going to be followed by what is called the first ever Fraser Valley Economic Summit. That's going to be coming up next month, April the 16th at UFE. The spring 2024 burning season's already started. That was March the 1st. It runs until April the 30th. Whether it's Abbotsford, Chilliwack, or literally anywhere else in the Fraser Valley, the window is the same, and a burning permit is required for every season. So you are asked to apply online during the burning season, and burning is only permitted on agricultural as well as rural properties. For those who observe, we have entered Ramadan, and during this holy month, Muslims dedicate themselves to their faith. They fast from dawn to dusk and give back to their communities. Compassion, gratitude, and generosity are foundational to Ramadan and to Islam. Coming up, Trinity Western Volleyball. The program goes back to the Nationals. Sports is coming up. Abby TV and Chill TV, and we are continuing with something we started last year. We have interns from UFE, and it's called the TASK program, training in affordable attitude, skills, and knowledge in the workplace. This gentleman is Kaizon Clarke, and he's going to be with us for quite a few weeks. How did you get involved with this program? Were you looking online at UFE and finding this, or did somebody mention this to you?
The thing is, my mom was the one that was like searching online.
Yeah.
And then she thought to suggest it to me. And then I was like, sure, I could give it a try. And then later on, she managed to contact Allison.
Uh-huh.
And I got into an interview with her. And after like an hour-long interview with her on the laptop, then I got accepted to join.
Allison Seal, by the way, is the person in behind the scenes operating the TASK program. Were you nervous when you were online doing that interview? That's an hour is a long time.
Half the time I was nervous, half the time I forgot why I was nervous.
Yeah. Now, some of the programs that you've worked on, some of the job sites, one of which you were telling me off the air, it was Canadian Tire, and that was pretty cool. What were you doing there? What was your job?
Every day I usually stock and unstock the shelves in the warehouse, and then when I unstock, I usually either take the carts up or down the elevator,
Yeah.
and I put them to the front door, and I go back up,
Yeah.
and then if there's nothing else to unstock, then I go to the other, like the corner of the area.
Yeah.
Then I end up stocking the shelves themselves, like unloading them from boxes and finding the correct aisles to put them in.
So if you're looking for everything from car parts to something for the garden, Kaizon's the one that's got it there. And now you're here in a TV studio. Is there something that you want to really learn more about, either producing or writing or something like that? What would you like to do?
I have no definitive answer yet, but I was thinking, but for now, I was thinking to go more to the feel of either side.
Yeah. Yeah. How do you feel being around the cameras and that? Are you a little nervous, or you feeling okay about it, or?
Pretty okay.
You okay?
See to it.
And he's actually going to be my boss for the next few weeks, so I got to be nice to him. So I got to ask this question: am I doing okay?
Of course you're doing okay.
But I'm not going to get paid, am I?
Nope, I don't have money.
At least he's being honest. Kaizon, a big thank you.
Okay.
Allison Seal is the person to get a hold of if you want more information about the TASK program at UFV. Thank you again.
You're welcome.
You're watching Chill TV and Abby TV, and this week, abbyTV's Sports, the Trinity Western Spartans enter this week's 2024 U Sports Men's Volleyball Championship as the number 4 seed after finishing second in Canada West. They are the defending national champs, and the Spartans opening up against the host and number 5 seed Queens Gales, literally that game opening as we speak. It was not to be for MEI. Following a devastating defeat in last year's championship final, head coach Darren Seaman and his Dover Bay Dolphins knew a return to the title game was a possibility. Last Saturday, that Nanaimo school captured what eluded them 12 months ago, and they beat Abbotsford's MEI 75-61. That was in the gold medal contest of the AAA boys basketball provincial final, that game at Langley's Event Center. Now, the 2024 seasons for UFE women's basketball and volleyball have come to an end, with women's volleyball Lauren Tremblay and the University of Alberta Pandas are heading back to Edmonton with the medals. They closed out with a 3-1 series win over the UFE Cascades. That was last Friday night in the Canada West bronze medal match. Now, with women's basketball, St. Mary's guard Clara Gascoigne had a game-high 18 points, and St. Mary's beat UFE 69-42. So that was in the U Sports Women's Basketball Final 8 Consolation Semifinals. And again, that was last Friday in Edmonton. Coming up, Cari, and are we going to have spring-like weather? Abby TV weekend weather. So, Cari, are we going to have a real spring weekend?
Hello, Abbotsford. Guess what? This weekend, we're going to get nice weather. It's going to get up into the 20s, which is going to be wonderful. Lots of sunshine. Temperature's still a little cool at night, down to around 5 or 6, but that's okay. Unfortunately, by Wednesday next week, the clouds are going to roll in. There's going to be lower temperatures, which is not going to be so fun for all of those spring breakers. Spring break does start on Monday, the 18th, and this year they don't go back until after Easter, which is quite interesting. April 2nd, they're all back and out of your neighborhood, so please be careful out there until then.
Thanks, Cari, and thank you for watching. If you have a local news story you'd like us to report on, you can always send us a note to news@chilltv.ca. Thanks for watching. Have a great weekend. Enjoy the sunshine. I'm Don Lehn.